Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. Listener discretion is advised. When treading the waters of the highly competitive entertainment industry, it's all too easy to feel like you're swimming upstream by yourself. Whether your ambitions be in music, art, or in this case, comedy, sometimes a strength in numbers approach is the only answer. Joining me today is a collective known as 3CM, 3 Comic Mafia, Terrance Gawith, Lavetti Vegas, and joining us later in the episode is George Zilla, based out of a place near and dear to my heart, Omaha, Nebraska. We have a lot of fun, and this is a great conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Caught on the Mic.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the podcast today are my two friends, Terrance Gawith and Lavetti Vegas, 2/3 of the 3CM, 3 Comic Mafia. Hopefully number 3 jumps on at some point in this podcast, but we're just going to clown no matter what. How you guys doing?
Man, thank you for having us.
We're rolling, man. We're rolling.
Let's take that quick moment, though, to acknowledge the third member of the CM is a little more advanced in age, so that's probably explaining a little bit of the technological difficulties. And I'll tell George I said that.
He gonna hear it anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's a fact.
Fuck, I don't know, man. Anytime I see Lavetti post something, he does that hashtag no fumbles. Hashtag man. That was a fumble.
No fumbles. Hey, but that had nothing to do with, hey, no fumbles is me, though. That's
true.
No fumbles.
So I've had Lavetti on the show before, and this is his second time around. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to, Terrance, introduce yourself and kind of tell my audience a little bit about who you are.
Well, one, again, Mike, thank you for having me. That's number one. Two, my name is Terrance Gawith. A nobody from a nobody town in the middle of Kansas that had an aspiration, but was too chicken shit really to pursue it at first. So I kind of joined the military to search for kind of, something different and chase a girl. And, just weird choices that you make, and finally ended up working up the gumption, as like parts of my life started falling apart, that kind of really pushed me to stage. And I started out in DC, and then from there, it just kind of built. And then I built kind of a family on the side and move out to Omaha to keep pursuing that dream. And man, it's been crazy. It's cool though.
So what really compelled you to make the choice to make that move to Omaha?
The time with my son, period, point blank. Like, I love the city. I love my people in the city that I've worked with. Like, I still outreach with them constantly, but spending an hour-ish one way in traffic a day is just not fitting for a family, man. Like, my wife and I were high-fiving on the way in and out to where she'd go to her nighttime thing. I'd go and hit the gym. I'd go do my nighttime thing because she does, photography, other things. And we're just constantly on the go. It's like, no, we gotta do something.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting a job elsewhere that could have afforded that. So it was like time to move somewhere cheaper.
So did comedy make any sort of, or have any sort of effect in your decision to move?
Man, I was so hesitant. I actually posted about this other day. Lavetti probably saw it, but I was so hesitant because I felt like leaving DC was going to absolutely be a demotion. And maybe in some ways it has, but I think I've grown in ways I couldn't have without the move. Like, I think I got my feet wet in probably, honestly, the mecca of comedy. Everybody can talk about New York and LA all they want, but DC is genuinely, I think, the mecca of comedy. Look at the bangers that come out of there. Everybody knows about the Dave Chappelle's and Martin Lawrence's, but people don't talk about the the Whitney Cummings. They don't talk about the Patton Oswalts. They don't talk about, the others that the Tony Woods that mentored Dave Chappelle. That goes without saying. And that's in the mainstream. Then you got killers that you don't even know about it there, man. Like the Alex Scotts. You got Eddie Bryant's out there. The Chevets with Charge. You got, my guy Eddie Lyles out there that's killing up there in New York. Like it's killer. And so I was afraid, but it gave me so much experience to come out here and take that here and use some of those lessons going forward.
I love that. So, Lavetti, how did you two first connect on the comic scene?
Oh, man. Me and Terrance?
Yeah.
We, man, I think it was at Comedy... No, it wasn't Comedy Society. It was The Clash. It was The Clash for Comedy... It was either the Comedy Society taping or The Clash.
I forgot what... The Clash was our first...
It's our first time seeing each other in The Clash. He was like, "Damn, man, you should have won, man. You killed that shit." Okay, he didn't say that, but that's how I felt. I felt I won this one. But
he did well. He did very well.
I did pretty well, man. But we connected from there, man. And then he came to this taping when I did Comedy Society. He came to the taping, did a taping at Comedy Society, man. And we've been we've been doing shit ever since, man.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, having been in a place like DC. And, probably within vicinity of Kansas City, larger markets than Omaha. What is your perspective of Omaha like, having been entrenched in the scene for a while, Terrance?
I think, honestly, it's the same as any other scene. It's just, the issues are more glaring because more people know you, more people know the scene, right? And this scene is odd in the fact that it's open to the public too. And so like people can publicly see that. Like if I comment on something, my friends of friends will see that stuff. Right. And so I'm like, when things pop off in it, I don't really get involved in that stuff anyways. Lavetti will tell you, he kind of laughs at it, that like when him and George go at it, I just get quiet.
He don't say nothing. He don't even look at it. He just, if he sees a long message,
yeah,
I'm like, go down and says he read it, that means he's seen it, and he ain't trying to get in the middle of this shit. And he ain't gonna say nothing for like an hour, maybe a half hour, and then change the subject.
Yeah, because I'm usually let cooler heads prevail, and then I'll come back and revisit it or something like that. But yeah, I don't get involved. And so like as far as how the scene goes, like it's the same as any other. I mean, when the COVID was out, there was the New York comedy scenes, open mic scenes, kind of the pages like we have. They were posting out lists of comics that they were saying were racist and you should not book them because somebody would make a racist Joker thing. And so it's like you got that stuff happens everywhere, man.
It happens more in other scenes as well. I mean, I've been entrenched in the music scene. I have a lot of friends that are in the fight scene, like MMA and pro wrestling. And it seems like anytime somebody gets bored, their thing to do is create conflict and stoke it up. But the thing is Gene Simmons of Kiss had this line back in the day where he said, "There's no such thing as bad publicity. Publicity is publicity." Right? It's just, it's just different size markets it has a different effect. It has a different ripple effect all the way down. So you guys put this group together, 3CM, 3 Comic Mafia. Lavetti, tell me about how that kind of came together and what the genesis of that was and what your goals are as a group.
Well, it came together, man. If I'm being completely honest, I was I had a group called Comedy Mafia that I used to do. And that was just too early. Like my son's mom tell me all the time. She's like, you do something with somebody and then you want to create a group or a product and then next thing you know you're working with them and then it don't work. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna slow it down. You know what I mean? And I was actually rolling with 2 other comics and we were doing like road stuff. And I'm like, yo, man, we should start a group. And then one of them was like, man, no, man, I'm a superstar. And I'm like, okay, all right, that's fine. And the other one was like, I'm my own brand, I'm my own man. I was like, damn, like, all right, because I thought it'd be nice to just have people you travel. And that probably could have still had been, but I didn't think they seen the bigger picture. You know what I mean? And I was just booking like I normally do, man. And Glenwood had booked me, and I said, hey guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not a 45-minute to an hour comic. I'm gonna need some help. You know what I mean? Like this ain't my thing. This was last year on Father's Day as Glenwood at Pereira. Shout out to Adrian for booking us, man. And I said, I'm just not that, I'm gonna be honest, it's just not my type of thing. And it was like, well, you can bring two other comics, but we got to meet them. Let's talk. Let's sit. And I hit up. I'm pretty sure I hit up Terrance first before I hit up George. And I told him, I was like, hey man, you want to go to Glenwood, man, and do a show, but we got to sit down and talk to these guys. He was like, oh, that's cool. I talked to George. George was like, let me think about it. I said, hey, man, I need an answer today. You know what I mean? And but that's how we ended up doing it, man. We did it last year on Father's Day, man, and we had a good time doing it, and we had fun, man. And I thought, like, hey, man, maybe we should just keep rolling with this, man. And I felt like I love Terrance energy, his drive. He works. Zilla, he does his thing too. And we was doing just a couple things together, and it's been rolling pretty now. I think we've been on a roll a little bit more lately now, but than at first. But we're just trying to take it to new heights and work together, man. And we ain't even together on a podcast though, but I'm trying to work together.
Technological issues.
Yeah, technological issues. Okay, I'm sorry, but we all got different personalities. Like Terrance, he's the level-headed one. Me, I'm like the business savvy one, and I could say Zilla is the more angry one sometimes. You know what I mean? But we all mesh well together, and we all.
George is our salesman, man. Like Lavetti's got our business smarts. George has got the selling points. Like he can talk us up a damn tree. He will sell ice to an Eskimo to get them to book us. And Lavetti's got the ability to get the outreach and get the videos and everything going. And I'm just kind of, making sure, we kind of keep on that same like level playing field. And we all work. I think that's what made it work from the beginning was we didn't really know each other like that when we did the Glenwood show. Like we had been kind of familiar and seen each other around on a couple of different things, but never really like that to where we rode to the show together. We rode back as we did it. We were talking about it. We were kind of in the works planning it. And then the energy from the show went well. And then, the pre and post show was very positive too. And it just kind of built from there.
Yep.
I love hearing this conversation with you guys and hearing this story. This episode is clearly all about you guys, but I'm going to kind of draw some personal contrast to this for just a moment. I was in your same exact position to an extent, Terrance. I lived in small town Iowa. I was like stone's throw to Des Moines, but I was also equal stone's throw to Omaha back in the day when I was doing bands. And I was like, okay, I can move to Des Moines and I can be an X brand over here, or I could move to Omaha and I can be in this type of band here, and I'd have a lot more diversity. So of course, thankfully I chose Omaha. A few years later, I'm well entrenched in the music scene, and I ended up starting a co-op or a collective known as No Pride Records. And the point of all of that was a strength in numbers approach to align yourself with people that share the same kind of goals, the same kind of values, a similar level of talent, because that's how people migrate to things in our market. That's how people pay attention to things in both Lincoln and Omaha. I hate to say this, but people need to be told what's cool. People need to be told what's funny. People need to be told what's entertaining. They're not going to find that on their own. So if you can take a strength in numbers approach, very similar to what you guys are doing with 3CM, you can increase your potential 10, 20-fold, like instantly. So tirade over.
And I think that's what we're doing, man. I seen not to put our personal conversation out, but Terrance had made a post. I was in Atlanta for a show. Terrance had made a post. It was just not getting booked and stuff. And I was just thinking, like, man, we ain't really did anything together in a while. But I hit him up, like, man, what you want to do, man? Because I can get us on Denver. I can get us on this. I can get on, what I mean? I just started thinking, like, man, I got connects. Look, I can just start making calls. And because what I do is, I personally, I'll be like, hey, they booked me. Hey, we like you, whatever. I said, hey, man, I know two other guys. I do it every time. I know two other guys. And they either going to say yay or they going to say nay. You know what I mean? And it just works like that because a lot of people want to see those other guys too. You know what I mean? But like I had not to toot my own horn, I had a great performance in Denver to where, like, when I told the dude, hey man, I can bring some other comics. He didn't even need no video.
That. No, fuck that. Toot your own horn. You did a damn good job.
Yeah.
And it built the like that's the thing is, like, if we're gonna call it and make the sale, we got to make the fucking sale. And that's the thing. And on top of that, the thing I'm most proud of is, like, I only know what I know from my perspective in the outside. And so to see that you made a connection too with a former Omaha comic, and it seemed to be positive from there, as well as it being a connect in Denver, it's a great thing all the way around, man. And so like that deserves its kudos, man.
Yeah.
Damn that. You did well.
Yeah. I did pretty damn well, man. Cause I got a vouch from Omaha comic, and then they made me, I went from being an opener to being a feature. I'm like, hey man, we're gonna let you feature because we don't want you just coming in here like that. We're gonna let you feature. And I did it, and I did so damn. This dude was like, man, whenever you want to come back, man, you can come back. And I'm like, man, I could come here next week. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be here next week if you want me to. But, you know, for real, and he said, you know, I held him to his word. So I was like, well, shit, man, Terrance, he wants to do more. He talking about he want to get booked. He sort of, you know, I wouldn't say down, but, you know, I could just, from the post, I was just like, man, this is some bullshit because this dude's pushing and he's funny. And, you know, these people ain't giving him a chance, man. And that ain't right. So let's see what we can do outside the city. And I mean, since then, man, I mean, shit, we got some shit coming up. We don't got to tell everything we got coming up, but we got some shit coming up to where, like, I was like, I've been doing it. Des Moines did it. He told me, he said, hey man, it's not a no, it's just not right now. In Des Moines, I just was like, man, this dude, you know, I was like, wonder what's going on with him because he wasn't feeling good. He was like, hey man, send your tape, seen Terrance tape, you can bring the other guy. He didn't even need Zilla's tape after that. He's just like, hey, seen your tape, seen Terrance tape, come on down. You know, same with Abilene, Kansas, come on down. Same with Denver, come on down. You know what I mean? So we're expanding out there, you know, and some of it is, hey man, we know Lavetti, so if Lavetti's funny, he ain't about to bring nobody else who ain't funny. You know what I mean? He vouching for him, then it got to be good because I just go down the list of anybody who's ever booked me, and I just call them and I email them, and I even sometimes and right now I got my EPK, so I'm sending that like, hey, this is what I've been doing, this is how I am now. I know you see me then, this is how I am now, just in case, you know, try to make it even a better selling point. Like, hey, this is my comedy now, and people have been looking like, man, like one booker was like, hey man, last time you was here, you was, you know, nothing against your crowd work, but you was crowd working, you know, a lot. This video you sent me, you just told this dude to shut the fuck up, and then you just kept going. He was like, you didn't even crowd work, but this is a good video. Like, it's growth, you know what I mean? And when he told me that, it made me feel good. Like, all right, I feel great, man, because, you know, he liked the jokes, and he didn't fall in love with the crowd work, you know what I mean? Or, you know, maybe that's what he was expecting, but he got the, you know, the actual jokes. He said he was going to book me anyway, but he still wanted to see the videos since I sent it to him. You know what I mean? So we grinded.
The whole entertainment industry, whether people want to acknowledge it or not, is built on one person being the spark to another person's fire. Like, and you can look at everything through movies, through TV, comedy, music, all of it. And you can point out that moment in time where somebody that's a big star now got propped up by somebody else at an earlier point in time. You shared a quote not too long ago, Lavetti, that I ended up stealing and I used for one of my viral videos. And it's competition happens at the bottom. Collaboration is what happens at the top. Because there's room for fucking everybody, right? So, so how has this collaboration kind of changed your perspective, Terrance, in regard to all of this?
I think it's one of those things. It's kind of like going back to what you said. Is that strength in numbers approach, right? I've always tried to be the sole funny man and be like, I'm going to do it based on my own merit. I don't need nobody to prop me up and everything. I think it's part of how I was raised. I think it's part of my own competitive attitude. And probably some of my own faults too, you know, because I'm not the type to, you know, really ask for help as well. Like, I'll sit in the struggle pit pissed off a little bit longer than I should because I don't ask for somebody to just, you know, grab my hand right quick. And so kind of swallowing my pride a lot over the last few years really helped me kind of see the beauty in that, right? Because I've been a part of a couple other groups before that fizzled. I'm an inactive member of one of my DC family teams out there, the funny team. Shout out to my guys out that way. And and we were doing big things, but it's just, you know, the move takes it away. So when you come into a group like this that's able to move well together, we've been able to resolve conflict relatively well for being so nascent in our journey, that I feel very excited about our potential, man. Like, you've got funny people that give a shit about the funny and then give a shit about each other. Like, you can tell with Lavetti, he's like, hey, I appreciate you booking me, but what about my guys? Like, that's pretty damn dope.
Absolutely. So now that we've got all the warm and fuzzies and the kumbaya moments out of the way, let's talk some shit. Let's talk some shit. What are some of the armpit areas of your guys' industry? What sucks? Let's be honest. Let her rip.
Man, I think what you said is probably the nail on the head, Mike. Like, with my wife being in photography and other things, and then now with me I've done a lot of weird shit, man. Like I said, I joined the military, and it's kind of afforded me a whole bunch of different places to live, which has given me a whole lot of different experiences. Like, I've dabbled in strongman competitions. My wife does photography now with comedy. I host music bingo and a whole bunch of other stuff. I say all that to say, every one of their Facebook groups is shit. All right. They all fucking shit on everybody, and they're all fucking terrible people, because it's just crabs in a bucket. And they're like, oh, well, I hate the way that you had your fucking antiquity filter on your camera. And it's like, well, your lens was a 350 millimeter. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. None of this matters. Yes. None of us are getting booked anyways. Fuck you.
All right, your turn, Lavetti. Talk some shit, man.
Man, you know what, man? I'm trying to keep it positive, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I've been through the ringer, man, for the past couple years.
This is shit talking, right? All right, I'm gonna say this then. Lavetti's only not talking shit to make up for the past.
that's it. Because, you know what's crazy, man, is just when I and he's going berserk right now. Shout out to my homie Kill Deandre. But he going a little berserk on the scenes. But me and him, and Zilla was part of that group. When I first started, I had a show, 108 people showed up. Like, we had to go get more chairs. Like, I couldn't believe it. And then I didn't do the best. But, I mean, if you ask anybody there, they loved it, you know. So I posted on a post, I said, man, 108 people last night, man, we doing it, man. It's Comedy Mafia, we taking over. Right? And people took that as, you know, me being cocky and everything like that, man. But so I think I just started off wrong. You know, like, I started off hot, and, you know, I was on my 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying. Now I'm on the Curtis album. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, man, he was hot, man. Like, damn, homie, in high school, you was the man, homie. That's how I was feeling. But as far as what I hate about the scene, I hate the cliques, man. But I feel like that's anything you do, man. I don't really like the cliques, because I feel like everybody books the same people. And even with the guys, you know, we formed 3CM, and I think I even did 2 other shows and didn't even book them, because I'm that type of guy that likes booking everybody. You know what I mean? And try to get everybody on the scene, try to put money in people's pockets, exposure, whatever the case. Even if I go broke, here, I'm trying to give this to you. You see what I mean?
Well, that was the thing that we said in the beginning, was like, we wanted to do that too. Like, we wanted to keep, like, we didn't really say it together, but almost kind of make it like a Wu-Tang level thing. Like, build us up as a group, and then everybody can go off into their fingers and make their own brand, you know, because now you've been established, and then we can keep building that. Like, it's kind of like you said, like, the collaboration happens at the top, because there really is room for growth on every fucking. I mean, there's here for everybody.
Yep, and you know, just to go on that point, like, there's enough plates at the table everybody can eat. You know what I mean? But this is such a small city to where, like, it just doesn't go like that, and it's right. Not really any beef with anybody, man. But it's just, you see the same flyers with the same people doing the same things, and same venues only doing with the same people. So it's just, sometimes it just, honestly, man, not even in a mad way, but it just sort of hurts, because it's like, man, I'm working hard too, but, you know, since I'm not at open mics every week, you know what I mean? Or even if I go to an open mic, I went to open mic just to sit down and, you know, see some people, but they don't really bring that up or anything. Well, I go to shows of support before I go to an open mic. but they don't really bring that up. It's I feel like it's the same names on flyers doing the same thing. And I think that's what sort of sucks in the scene, man. If we work together, we'd be a lot better. But everybody wants to be that dog, right? Everybody wants to be, man, I'm the first one out of Omaha, blah, blah, blah. Like, just let's just work together. But that's just not how it works, man. Comedy is a competition thing, man. So I just think the clicks is what I hate, and I wish it could change. But I hate to say it, and I'm just playing the same game. And I'm just booking the homies, man. Like if that's what we're gonna do. I could play that game too. It was a time, ask Ali Kareem in Denver, the dude that vouched for me when I was just in Denver. His first time ever performing in Denver was because of this guy right here. He'll tell you, man, Lavetti gave me a shot, gave me a vouch, and I didn't even go on the trip. I didn't even go on the trip. I wasn't even on the show. Wasn't on the show, and I booked 4 Omaha comedians for a Denver show that I wasn't even on or could make.
Yes,
that's crazy. You know what I mean? But that's love though. But look how it came full circle. 2 years later, I'm going to Denver. Hey man, I'm looking for an open mic. The open mic, man, I got a show for you, and I can get you a spot. I said, man, where? Man, this place called Grandma's House. I'm like, all right. Literally, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It was like 10 minutes before showtime. I'm like, there's only 6 people in here, but I'm gonna make the best out of it. Man, it ended up being like damn near like 60, 70 people. They didn't have no seats in there. Like it was packed. I was like, all right, man, damn, that said I was going to do, man. I better come up with some shit now because there's some people in there, which I should have been prepared for anyway. But you know what I mean? When you see 6 to 60 people, you're like, oh, okay, shit. Okay, it's serious. So we definitely going to have a fun time. And
like Lavetti was saying, man, like that's kind of like my whole approach though now. Like how he was saying, like, look how it comes 2 years later. I've been more about planting those seeds for those types of things, man. Like, because I'm very much of that welcoming dude. Like we are all in this shit together. Like we're going to have interpersonal conflicts on every level. Every scene's going to have its bullshit. But like, I'm never going to be the person that's going to be sitting here gossiping about dumb shit and trying to perpetuate the rumors. I'm always going to give you real feedback. And I'm going to try to give you like the best tips I could possibly know if you ever come to me, or even if you don't sometimes, because I'll literally just try to throw seeds out there. So maybe somebody will pick it up and grow. Like, I think people should do that. Like, I think more people should kind of throw out the knowledge that they've gained, but you get a lot of people that don't want to do that. And so I'm hoping that, like, kind of with the way Lavetti books other people and gets them on the other shows like he's had, I hope that we kind of do that same thing, like foster that positivity of like, you don't have to be like, well, I'm funnier than you. Like, you're funnier than me in that crowd. Like, I'm funnier than you in this crowd. And at that venue, like, it's all subjective, motherfucker. Like, it's different.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and I just actually had a conversation the other day with a friend of mine where I said, we don't know what happens after we die for sure. There's no proof, right? I mean, right. I respect everybody's, spiritual being. But the one thing that I do believe in, undoubtedly, is karma. Karma is real. Like, your next day is built and perpetuated by your actions of the day before. So as much as I like joking around about all of us talking shit, I totally agree with you, Lavetti, because I've been in that position too, I remember getting on the Slam Omaha message boards and talking all sorts of shit to other people, and I was just like, it didn't serve my interests, and it didn't help my business build until I became a community builder myself.
Yep. And that's when that's why, like, it's crazy because we always doing our show, who you got beef with, you know what I mean? Like we like to mess with people, but I'm at a stage to where like I'm rebuilding all the shit that I already had went through. So it's like, at this point, man, I'm apologizing to everybody, you know what I mean? Trying to just be cool with everybody because one, it's just not worth it, man. It's one to have playful beef and stuff, but it's better to have that image, sort of cleaned off, and just, you can still be honest, and you might not like somebody, but it don't need to be known. It don't need to be public, because bookers look at that. Bookers going to be like, man, this dude, look at this dude. He's beefing with all these people on here. And he's cussing people out. He's calling out venues. I'm not going to book him. And it happened. And it actually happened to, a comic told me, hey, man, this venue, because this used to be me. And they said, you in Lincoln, told me that you tagged them in something, and then it had nothing to do with the comedian you was mad at. Now they didn't want to book me. You see what I messed up because I was mad because these dudes. I was mad at a comedian who had a show at the venue, and it's like, hey man, I could come see you at this place. That looks bad for business, man. And you know, I just calm it down. People think I'm funny, cool. People think I'm not funny, still cool. Because a lot of people think Kevin Hart ain't funny, and what happens? One of the biggest in the world. You know what I mean? A lot of people think Cat Williams ain't funny. One of the biggest in the world. Somebody's gonna think you're not funny out there, and you're just gonna have to take it. You're gonna have to just eat it. Who cares?
I just watched Dave Chappelle live, and you saw that post that was shared multiple times here in the local area of that girl that went to CHI Center, got $400 tickets to go up close to see Dave Chappelle just to hate, and then to come to find out, she's like, he ain't never made me laugh in the first place.
Then why'd you even go?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, so that like there will always be that level, and so like I think it's been that awesome thing. I think to see Lavetti kind of grow out of the online like, man, fuck y'all thing, like, and kind of be like, all right, look, let's cool it, let's go. Because it is, man, like we're going to see them, whether they're open mic level or whether they're professional level, we're going to see them again at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Do you guys think that if we were to actually put it in perspective of Omaha in general, and I'll actually raise it a bar or two and say maybe it's a generational thing, but do you think we've gotten to a place in society where we're just so comfortable with being comfortable that's why you see a lot of the same lineups over and over and over again? Because it does take a little bit extra work to like build the crowd and appeal to a new audience. People are just okay with being comfortable.
Lavetti, you want to go first or you want me?
I guess I go first. Do I think people are comfortable being with people? I think so. Honestly, I think that's why people book the same people, because they're comfortable with this group and they know what they're gonna bring. So they don't want to try nobody new. They know what these people are gonna bring, which is fine. I'm not knocking that, you know what I mean, to a point, but that's what they're gonna do. So when it's like, you know, I'm not gonna name anything, because then if I name stuff, people gonna think I'm beefing, and I'm not.
Right.
But it's all right. These people, they're doing this. They're comfortable. I know they're gonna bring it. I know they're gonna be good. So, hey, I'm going to book this person, and I'm only going to book these people. So you see the same repetitiveness, because I think you're right. It's not a generational thing. It's a cliquish thing. I'm sorry, it's a cliquish thing. It's a generational thing. It's a cliquish thing. It's a click. It's a, man, like, it's a cliquish thing. That's just me. Again, I'm not hating, because, like I said, I'm just playing the game now, too, which I don't really want to say that. These are my guys. This ain't, you know, y'all doing it, I'm doing it too. But it is, but it ain't. But it's like, these are also my homies too. Matt Rife does the same thing. Kevin Hart does the same thing. You know, Chris Rock does the same thing. Gary Owens does the same thing. When they do these shows, they have the same openers and homies that go with them. Openers, or they might switch around, make them headliners, features. They bring these guys with them. I know a guy that's with Jay Farrell. He opens up for Jay Farrell, and sometimes he features for him. I know. I met this guy when like 5 years back when I was the food and beverage director, and he's been rolling with him ever since. You know what I mean? That's his homie. So it probably is a accountability thing, but accountability and cliquish can be in the same the same sentence. Just my opinion.
Yeah, that's kind of why, like, I always try to avoid the hate on the clicks, because at the end of the day, we all click up, right? Like,
right.
You only usually hate the click if you're not inside the click.
Right.
So I always try, and I always try to remind myself, like, when I start to get mad about something, I'm getting pissed off or feeling a little jealous, I got to remind myself it's an inadequacy within me. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm jealous right now. So good on you. Let me clap, because it is a good thing, because the more people that can do it out of here, that's more it's going to raise eyes on Omaha, and that's never a bad thing. Yeah, and so as long as we can keep, at least on some level, being a little bit better about our personal conflicts, you know, the Facebook drama stuff that keeps seeming to pop off, we keep our noses clean and shit, I think we can keep growing.
Absolutely. So all of this considered, and to kind of wrap this portion up, how has comedy been different in the post-COVID world in light of all of these things?
I don't think it. I don't really think it's changed, man. I mean, personally, it's if anything, man, it's making it made us know that anything can happen at any time.
Yeah,
so I think No, go ahead, Terrance.
No, I think a real note on that. I think to literally piggyback on that, man. I think it brought more people out.
Yeah,
because of that, like because of what you were saying, Lavetti. People realize, we're on borrowed time, whatever. I think it's brought more people out.
There's a fair argument to be made with that. If you pay attention to what's happened in Omaha in particular the past year, how many more venues, entertainment venues, have opened up in Omaha for such a small scene to have that many entertainment options like the Astro and all the new places that are opening up all over the place? People are coming out in force and supporting things. Or even like Ticketmaster, like how Ticketmaster is able to charge an arm and a leg for shows now that they couldn't 2 years ago.
When your ticket price is $25 and your Ticketmaster service fee is $48.
Yes. Fuck.
Well, that's true. That's true, man.
It really.
I honestly, I just think people just they're not taking life for granted no more, man. And so I think the support is there. If you push and you promote, the support is definitely there. I think that's the only thing that's different. As far as people telling jokes, they still gonna tell them. Just quit telling COVID jokes. At this point, that's just getting hackish. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie, I was in that category too. I had the same, joke, and I had stuff that didn't even. I'm like, man, I gotta switch this shit up. You know what I mean? Because when your jokes don't match your life, people gonna be like, what the hell? You know what I mean? And I had people call my kid a COVID baby. I was still saying it last year. You know what I mean? And it's like they get, shit. I think I just said it fucking this year. Honestly, shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? But you gotta, those jokes. I'm not telling people I ain't policing jokes, but how some stuff. People still bring up OJ or something. It's like, damn, man, like, what is this, the 90s? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they know what you're talking about, but, man, have you been writing to bring up OJ? You know what I'm saying? And it's no shade, but I just think that people just support more. I think comedy is still pretty much the same, man. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, that's just my opinion, though.
Do we have the one, the only George Zilla joining us now?
What's up, man? Can y'all hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, right at the end, George, you joined us just in time to say hello.
We just about to leave.
Hey, man. Hey, I swear to God, I need a flip phone, man. I'm like so fucking, oh my God, this shit is crazy. How you doing, Mike?
Good. How are you, man?
Man, I'm going through some shit today. How you doing, bro?
Hey,
that's amazing.
You look like a truck driver pastor getting ready to break down Bible study for no reason.
The way that phone kept moving around when he was trying to connect, I was like, "Oh shit! I hope he's got pants on."
You can tell George. You can tell George is old by the angle of his camera.
Is my nose hair sure?
No,
He's
doing that old man pose.
Mike's right here.
He's saying, "Can you see me? Can you see me?"
Hey, man. Oh shit! I go dropping shit. Yeah, man. How y'all doing, fellas? Man, I'm just having a wonderful fucking time right now. You hear me?
Yeah,
we're happy that you popped in at the end, man.
Well, what they say, better late than never, right?
I tell you what, George, what we are going to have to do is in a few weeks, we're just going to have to schedule one where you just jump on by yourself.
It's all good, man. I should have as much as I took to get this motherfucker on, I should have just drove up there. Shit.
Still would have been there in time. Yep.
I swear I would have, man. I could have left now and made it, man. This is so fucked up. Hey, I do apologize for the technical difficulties, man.
Oh, you're good.
I couldn't download Zoom. I couldn't do shit. I'm like, man, you have problems. You got to ask your kids to help your ass out. That's how old I am.
Yeah, I saw the kid. See, but I know we're recording, so I didn't want to say like, "Oh, he on again," and then you know what I mean. We were recording, you shit interrupted. I was like, man, I ain't gonna say nothing, man.
Man, I did. Hey, this is the story of my life, man. Story of my life. I done missed such. I know these motherfuckers talking shit, so I done missed all some good shit tonight. But
I just said you was old and had technical difficulties because of it. That's it.
I stay with technical difficulties. Man, I am a tech. I'm just waiting for this motherfucking space shit to come pick me up and take me up off this bitch because I'm tired of being down here.
Yeah, I feel that, brother.
Oh, I feel that. Feel that for sure.
Where the alien bitches at? I just
See, with them big ass headphones, you should be able to talk to them. Shit.
Yeah, you right.
Signal with that
I seen gaming. I seen gaming headphones on the thing. I said, shit, my son got some headphones.
PS5 gaming headphones on and shit.
You damn right, shit. I might be playing them on right now. You just never know.
Motherfuckers on Zoom and playing Minecraft at the same time.
That was why he couldn't do it.
Ain't that a bitch?
That was why he couldn't do it. He didn't pay for internet to be able to do that.
Hey, you know what? You both wrong, motherfuckers. I'm playing Duck Hunt.
Motherfucker, you talking about a flip phone. He probably hoping he could play Snake on it and shit.
His internet is dial up. You hear the
I'm still over here flipping tiddlywinks and shit. Them young motherfuckers don't even know what tiddlywinks is, probably.
Motherfucker got Windows 95 over there.
Hey,
don't y'all talk too much shit. You know, y'all, we still live in the same city now.
That's what we were just talking about. We were talking about talking shit in Omaha. Like
oh, man.
What do you love about it? What do you hate about it?
I hate that I can't clap back all the time like I want to, man, because my words is bitch.
Right.
They call me Zilla for the monster for a reason. I'm the mean one out the group.
That's what I said that.
Yeah. That's a sensitive one. Lavetti. Motherfucking Terrance is the diplomatic one. I'm the fucking monster. I'm the one that they always have to come.
Because you'll see somebody say something. Because you'll see somebody say something that George took issue with, and you'll see just it's that subtle, just the face, and it's almost like he takes a quick breath in and that.
I'll be breathing. Hey, Mike, I'll be breathing that atomic smoke in. I'll be ready to let loose that fire, man. I don't play them games. But I will say this, man, to my comedy brothers, man, on some real shit, man. These brothers, man, has definitely kept me grounded, man. And like I said, I've been in the game for a long time, man. But without these brothers right now, man, to be honest, they really kept me on a calm, cool level, man. Which honestly, I could really say probably helping out my career more, man, because a lot of people wouldn't get in my ear, man. But these motherfuckers ain't afraid to get in my ear, and that's why I love them, because they got nuts.
Yes.
For real, man. People need friends like that and people like that, man. And
dude,
I really appreciate them cats, man, on some real shit.
I love that, because the first half of the conversation before we started talking shit was us talking just about this. The strength in numbers, like propping people up, being the spark to another person's fire, how it's necessary. Like, you have to have a strong community.
You really do, man.
You're always going to be better if you're running together. And I tell you what, guys, I hope unofficially I could be the 4CM just hiding in the wings.
That's what's up,
because, man, this has been so much fun, man.
Let's do it, man.
This has been so much fun.
We can use one white guy in the group. We ain't got none.
I've heard that before.
Oh, shit. I'm not.
I always know some Terrance. Terrance the only white dude I know named Terrance. I ain't bullshitting. I love that dude, man. He's the realest. I'm serious, man. He's the realest dude I know, man. Like, I got so much love for that dude, man. Lavetti, man, I'm telling you, man, he be helping put us together, man. Lavetti, man, is a cool dude, man. With people,
we're just gonna keep grinding.
Got to, man, keep grinding, man, because I'm telling you, man, if this brother believe in you, man, he'll definitely help you. You know, if you got to put in the work, you definitely got to put in work first and foremost, man. And this brother see you working, man, he'll definitely help you along the way, man. Even like an old vet like me, I've been in the game for a long time, but shit, I'll be the first one to admit I need help all the fucking time.
So, we all do.
And I love my bros, man. Real talk.
I tell you what, man, it's a hard thing for dudes to actually ask for help. And you know, Terrance kind of, talked about that a little bit. And I think that's really important. And I love the fact that you guys all have each other's back, because that's something that's definitely needed.
I'm only laughing, man, because, man, the background, hey, it ain't always peach and cream, man, but, hey, the love is there, though, man. I mean, shit, me and Betty, we bump heads a lot, man, but it's just because we just strong personalities and we believe in each other, man. But like I said, a lot of times, man, that's little bro. I'm big bro, but little bro, sometimes I got to tell big bro, hey, man, chill out, man. Let's go to the bigger picture, man. And like for me to you, Lavetti, real talk, man, I appreciate you, bro, on some real shit.
Ain't no problem, man. Ain't no problem, man.
Real talk, man. That's why we 3CM, baby.
Yep. You got to keep doing it.
Real quick, each of you to give me a real short answer. What's your advice for making the world a better place tomorrow than what it is today? Terrance, you go first.
Honestly, I think it's going back to that stupid cliche, treating people the way you would want to be treated, right? Because if you do that, you would recognize how many different missteps you make in life when you just talk to simple people. Even the people you love, like your wife or your mom or your dad, something you'd be like, damn, I just spoke a little too harsh over something dumb. I wouldn't like that. Maybe I should rethink about this.
Yes. Zilla, what's your advice?
My advice is, man, get plenty of ass.
Yes.
The pussy make the world go round.
West Side Connection said it was gangsters.
I'm not gonna give you the PG version because Terrance already did that. Smoke one if you smoke one. You know what I'm saying? Chill the fuck out. Just live life to the fullest, man. But just live it to the fullest, but also live it cautiously.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to live, but just beware of your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? You only live one life, man, so you better enjoy that motherfucker while you're here.
Yes. Yes. How about you, Lavetti?
Book motherfucking 3CM. That's how you can make the.
There you go. There you go.
Book up.
That's the real answer.
Yeah,
There it is at the end. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh.
You're going to.
And you're gonna have a good time laughing.
Yeah. I know
You
y'all
don't have a bad time laughing.
Better place. Book us.
Shit, I'm pretty sure y'all laughed about a half an hour for me to get on this motherfucker. So yeah, we definitely comedy, baby.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Comedy.
Shit.
Oh man,
so much,
this has been so much fun. Terrance Gawith, George Zilla, Lavetti Vegas, 3 Comic Mafia, 3CM. Ladies and gentlemen, find them online. Do a social media search. Follow their comedy pages.
Oh yeah. Hold on, man. Hold on. Shameless plug, man. We host Food and Laughter, man. Food and Laughter. You know what I mean? It's on local television. It's on Roku TV. It's on YouTube TV. It's on Apple TV. It's on KPAO. It's on Channel 22. Cox. Yeah. It's on channel. I don't know what channel it is on CenturyLink because if you're watching us on CenturyLink, you don't got no money. But we everywhere, baby. We everywhere, man. And hey, man, 3CM, we everywhere. Denver, October 21st.
Yes.
Abilene, Kansas, November 25th. Des Moines, November 30th. Me and Terrance, George Zilla didn't send this video, so he ain't going on December 8th.
It was a technical difficulty.
He's still trying to send this tape right now.
I really am.
Flip phone battery was dead.
Facts, dude.
and our next episode of Food and Laughter is October 2nd. I don't know if this is going to drop before then, but our next episode of Food and Laughter is October 2nd. So we doing the damn thing. And you already know what time it is, man. No fumbles, man.
Let's tell them that was going to be live too, bro.
Yep.
And it's going to be live. And Zilla don't got to do no technical support there. They already got it all connected for them.
It will be on time because George isn't a part of the tech team.
Thank you, Jesus, for that.
Oh, man. Thank you guys so much for doing the podcast. The world's a better place with you guys in it, for real.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, Mike, for having me, bro.
Man. Likewise, brother.
Oh my gosh, that episode was a lot of fun to record. I want to give a special thanks to my friends, Lavetti Vegas, Terrance Gawith, and George Zilla for being on the show. 3CM, 3 Comic Mafia. Check them out whenever they come to your town or near you, and check out their show, Food and Laughter, wherever you can. Make sure you also seek them all out on social media and give them a follow. And while you're being generous with your follows, make sure you're following Caught on the Mic on TikTok on Instagram, on Facebook, on Threads, wherever you cruise your social media. Visit me, www.caughtonthemic.com, or send me an email, caughtonthemic@gmail.com. This has been Caught on the Mic with Michael Clark. I'm Michael Clark. Until next time, thank you.